district.
All right, hello everybody. I'd like to call the Monday, August 23rd, 2021 school board meeting to order. Lisa, will you please call the roll?
Inspector Lalaberty.
Here.
Inspector Arndt.
Here.
Inspector Felton.
Here.
Inspector Roche.
Here.
Inspector Walker.
Here.
Chair Diaz.
Here.
And Inspector Weber's absent. That's 6 present at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, and all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. First up is the approval of our meeting agenda and minutes. So I'll ask for a motion to approve the regular board meeting agenda for Monday, August 23rd, 2021, as well as the committee of the whole minutes and regular minutes from the August 23rd, 2021 meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thanks. Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, so moving on to the quality and action and reports section of our meeting. Dr. Webb, can you please provide us with an update on the 2021-2022 health and safety protocols?
I sure can. And just happy to be here this evening just to give you updates from around the district. We're going to start tonight with our health and safety protocol information to be as we open our new school year. So as you know, school districts across the metro and across the country are adjusting their protocols as we head into the start of a new school year. So we wanted to make sure that we gave our families all of this information. So we sent out communication just last week updating all of our families about this information. But we also thought it'd be helpful for community members to know how are things operating here in the school district. So here's a quick summary and rundown. For face masks, and we're allowing people that are public speaking to take off their face masks, so I'm going to take that off as we present tonight. So face masks are required for all people ages 2 and up, so 2 years of age and up. They're required on all public and district provided transportation as well, and that's a federal law. For social distancing, we are encouraging social distancing and want to support that wherever and whenever possible. And we know as we move back to full in-person, it's not always feasible at every moment during the school day. For cleaning and sanitizing, we'll be disinfecting our schools each day. There are hand sanitizer stations throughout every school in the district, and we still want to encourage positive health behaviors. As we monitor our health, we want to make sure that everyone's continuing to check and monitor for COVID symptoms. We want to follow the MDH, the Minnesota Department of Health guidance for all students that are ill at school, and we'll be following that as well. For COVID testing, we recommend that to get COVID tested if you have symptoms. Or if you've even been exposed to COVID, we still recommend that. We are not COVID testing in our schools, and we really don't have the capacity to do that in our schools. Positive cases, we still are asking families to contact Nurse Shawnee at 651-248-1005. Her email is there as well. And we want to make sure that families know if you have a third grader and a student in a third grade class were to test positive, there'll still be communication home to that third grade class. The big difference from last year is only the student that tests positive has to quarantine, not the whole third grade class. So we see very much less disruption ahead of us than last year.
Dave, that's worth repeating again.
Yeah, and I'm coming up to that slide now.
Thank you.
I'm actually spoke ahead of this slide. So here it is, Bill. Quarantines. Students and staff testing positive will be required to quarantine. Not the entire third grade class. Third grade student may be testing positive. Anyone positive will not be able to enter our district buildings. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bill. Vaccinations. We're still recommended for all eligible individuals. We saw, I think, one of the vaccinations just got FDA approval today. That should help encourage more people to then get vaccinated as well. We also just saw that booster shots are coming, and so we'll continue to communicate all that we learn with our parents and families. Food and nutrition and all those services continue to be a priority in the district. We also have to deliver those safely. You'll see grab and go, where students can walk in off the bus, grab a breakfast and go to their first hour class. You'll see in the cafeteria, our plexiglass will be there, K-12. Our preschool lunches will be served in their classrooms. Field trips. These may occur this year. Last year, we had no field trips, so we're continuing to try to support field trips where possible. Again, all the protocols stay in place, like face coverings on all transportation, and we have to follow the individual venue guidance as well. Activities and athletics. Face coverings are still required indoors for everyone 2 years old and older. We'll follow all the Minnesota State High School League guidance for athletes. And face masks are recommended but not required for athletes that are in active participation. So if you're running up and down the basketball court, you're not wearing a mask. If you're on our football field, again, you're outdoors, not wearing a mask. So if you're actively participating, you're not wearing a mask. If you're on the bench or if you're in the stands, when you're not actively participating, yeah, we want you to be wearing a mask. Visitors. Essential personnel are only allowed during the school day. All visitors must wear a face covering as well. So let me pause there to see if you, as board members, I know it's not the first time you heard it, but any questions that you have tonight?
Doesn't look like any.
All right, I'll be back in just a few minutes for the superintendent updates, and we'll go back to you, Linda.
Great. Thank you. So next is our review of our public listening session submissions. We've received 4 this week, and the first was inquiring about masking requirements. The second was concerned if the district was going to require mandatory testing for students. The third was concerned about our masking and effectiveness in our very youngest learners. And then the fourth was the parent was concerned about the lack of public notice and the communication with the public regarding our masking decision. And Dr. Webb, do you have any other thoughts on these submissions?
Yeah, so thank you. So we didn't take the masking decision lightly. We do look at the data. We are getting our recommendations from our local health officials. And so we followed the CDC guidance in age 2 and up. We also are pleased that people that are in Phi Ed class and they're running an exertion that they're not wearing a mask, or in a band class playing an instrument that was just really challenging last year to pull off some of the school. So it still seems to be more reasonable in school. So we're pleased with that. There was a concern about COVID testing in school as well. We're not COVID testing. We don't have the capacity to COVID test. We will, there'll be pop-up clinics all over, Dakota County and whatnot. We'll continue to inform you about that, encourage you to get to your own health providers to get tested if you're concerned, but we don't have the capacity in school. As far as masks, yeah, you know that we continue to get concerns, not in just in our school district, but across the country. It's divided a lot of political conversation, and we landed to try to, with really 2 goals. One, to keep kids in school, and to keep everyone healthy in school. And so we know not everybody's happy, but that's our goal. keep kids healthy and keep them in school. And if we can do that this year, that'll be a huge victory. So
Great.
that's all I've got. And
Thank you. And just a reminder to everybody that, we love to talk to you. You can email, fill out the public listening form on our website. All of our contact information is also on the website, so please. And Dr. Webb, thanks for not moving, but you're going to give us some highlights from around the district, huh?
I sure am. And here's our superintendent update for tonight. So we have a number of back-to-school dates. Tuesday, September 7th is a Family Connection Day as we ease families and students back into school for the start of the year. Wednesday, we are going to have students like in 6th grade and 9th grade, new to the middle and high school, have a day with their peers and their mentors to really make sure that they are doing school well and the first day goes well with just 6th and 9th grade. We also have our 1st through 5th graders coming in that same day to start their school year, Wednesday, September 8th. On Thursday, September 9th, everyone is back in action, and we'll have all students back, and we're excited for that day as well. Our back-to-school information, we have a lot of really good information on our website. Our communications folks have worked hard to get our handbooks, our school supply lists, health and safety protocols, transportation information, nutrition information. There's just a lot of good information. If you don't know where to start, that's a good place to start. Educational benefits. This is a really big deal for our families. So if you receive the educational and qualify for the PEBT benefits as a community member, as a family, and you haven't filled out your educational benefit form yet this year, it's important that you do that before Friday, September 3rd, because you can qualify retroactively for summer benefits if you get the form filled out by by Friday, September 3rd. So I'm going to say it one more time. Friday, September 3rd. If you know you're already qualified, get your paperwork in because you can get retroactive benefits. Okay? There's also you're eligible for many other discounts, but I just wanted to shout out that point tonight. Today was a day with our new teachers. Our Director of Learning, Chad Schmidt, Dr. Schmidt, led this team all day long, did a phenomenal job. Our new teachers every year compliment, coming from a number of different school districts, what a first-class job Dr. Schmidt does. So proud of this group, proud of Dr. Schmidt's leadership. We got them on a bus tour halfway through the day, showing them the ins and outs of South St. Paul and all of our great history and tradition as well. So lots to celebrate. We had new teacher luncheons sponsored by 3 of our business members. Many of our board members showed up too, so thank you. Here's a shot of our back-to-school day for middle and high school. That's still happening right now in our middle and high school, so lots of interested families and excitement as those days kick off. Our fall athletics began for grades 7 through 12. The really good news is we are still undefeated. We haven't played any matches yet, but we're still undefeated as we get going. And it's so great to see the kids. You see full tennis courts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're just so happy to be out and about. And I saw 44 girl volleyball players, and you see fall football starting up and swimming, and they're in the pool, and it's just great to see kids back. So here's a few other shots. This is a really great shot of what's happening on the practice field. I want to give a shout out to our senior center socials. So we had a barbecue and ice cream socials for seniors. They were really well attended. We had probably 30, 40 seniors coming in the doors. We're re-engaging with a group that really had to hunker down inside for over a year. And again, they're just happy to be out and connecting and reconnecting with each other. We have a number of upcoming calendar events. We have a Central Square open house 3 to 6 p.m. on the 25th. So just a couple of days away, Wednesday. If you can join us as community members, we'd be happy to see you. We want to give you a tour of our upgraded facility, meet the staff, get a fall course catalog, and register for classes if you wish. We have a number of important dates, like I mentioned, with our student connection days, our first days of school laid out here on the screen. They're also laid out on our website, and our principals have been doing an outstanding job getting communication out to families as well. So, any meeting materials and minutes are also on the website. Follow this tree. That's all from me, and we'll go back to you.
Great, thank you. So next, I'm looking for a motion to approve the consent items on tonight's agenda, which include the financial claims, bills payable, and staffing as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Great, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? The motion carries. Moving on to the policy section of our agenda, we have 2 policies that are on our agenda for their second of third readings. The wellness policy, number 534, and the Central Square Board vacancy policy, number 214.1. So final approval for these policies will come before the school board for approval on September 13th, 2021. We have 2 business items before us for approval this evening. The first is for the approval of the 2022 health and dental insurance rates. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thanks. A second?
Second.
Great. Dr. Webb, would you please share some background information on the 2022 health and dental insurance rates?
I sure will. Well, the really good news is that they are flat. That's probably the best news that I can share. And, you know, due to the incredible work of our finance and HR leaders, we've been able to keep transitioning to self-insurance, and that is good for our school system, good for our staff, and we're proud of that. So we'll kick it back to you.
Great. Board members, any discussion? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the motion carries. So the second business item that we have tonight is for the approval of the 2-year self-insurance medical plan, and do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Wonderful. Superintendent?
Yeah, even though we have self-insurance, we still need a medical plan that we approve for a 2-year window, and that's what we're doing tonight.
Perfect. Any discussion from the board members? Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion carries as well. So that's it for our business items tonight. We'll move on to our reports and informational items. Let's start with Bill down on the end.
Well, the only thing I participated in the last couple, since the last meeting, was the ice cream social at Central Square. And I urge everybody to go over and take a look at it and bring a friend. You're going to be surprised and delighted. Thank you.
Great, thanks. Chris?
I was at the new teacher welcome today, had lunch with a table full. It's always a pleasure to meet the new teachers. They're so full of excitement and just that vibe of, well, let's go here, we're ready to go. So it was really a pleasure to have lunch with them today. And then also, as Dr. Webb noted, the activities are starting up, and you see it all around town at the soccer fields and the football fields and the tennis courts and the things going on inside. Again, just kind of a positive excitement about the start of the school year, just one of the things that's going on. So I'm excited. Let's get this school year going. It's nice to see people together and doing things together, unlike last year, and it's all good. Let's go.
Wonderful. Nikki?
I don't have anything tonight.
All right, thanks. John?
I just want to wish everyone well on the start of the school year. I know there's so much excitement behind it, and encourage everyone to really enjoy being back together.
And Wendy?
And I too was fortunate enough today to attend the new teacher welcome luncheon. So it was really exciting. Nice to meet the new staff that we're going to have. And also I was able to attend the ice cream social at the senior center. And as a reminder, like Dr. Webb said, the senior center open house, well, Central Square open house, I should say, this Wednesday. I will be in attendance working with the senior center representatives. So we encourage South St. Paul adults ages 55 and over to come consider joining the senior center, because there's a lot of programs, activities, events that we have there that are lining up for ages 55 and up. And also, since I do serve as the board representative to the Educational Foundation, as a save the date, November 18th, Thursday evening, will be our gala that we'll be holding at Southview Country Club that evening. So please, if you can, mark it on your calendar. The theme is Thanks for Giving. We want to be so thankful to everyone who has kept the foundation and all our sponsorship events just going. It's just been great. Our honorees this year, Mr. Glenn Bernstagel and Bobby Meyer, will be honored that evening. And if anybody has any things that they would like to donate to the gala, we always have a silent auction and a live auction. Donations are gladly accepted at the foundation office on Murray Avenue. So if you have anything you'd like to donate, please stop by there. Let Carrie and Sharon know, because I know we would appreciate your contribution to the gala in November. So thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, so we don't have any other business items tonight, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn the Monday, August 23rd, 2021 meeting.
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and our meeting is adjourned at 6:22.